Hi. So I've decided to do it. I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to do the resin pour. I've watched Horsehay do it. I've watched Darkside Scenics do it. Watched various others do it. I can't remember the names of them, so sorry if you're one of them that I've been watching. But yeah, well, I'll tell you what, with the adverts in YouTube at the moment, I'm fast becoming quite frustrated watching videos. I don't know if anybody else is finding that, but the adverts just seem ridiculous at the moment. They seem to be about 4 or 5 every video I watch, which is not what it was a couple of months ago. So I can understand if people are starting to not watch videos these days. But anyway, I'll keep plodding along and doing these little updates. But what I've got here in this mess is essentially my test. So I was watching George Williamson's efforts. Very well, the videos were very, very good actually. But the advice seems to always be test it with the materials that you've used now. So I've just taken a bit of a stab in the dark guess at what I put in here. I can't remember everything that this contains, but I've got lots of different materials in here that could react to resin. So it seems logical that it would be a good idea to test it. So yeah, this is just an old bowl that I had kicking around from using for some of the the plaster mold stuff. And I just sort of emptied it out and put it down with various layers. So all the things that I've kind of used in there are like this old ballast that is way oversized, so I'm trying to use that up as much as I can. So there's loads of stones in there. I've used the mix, which I got the idea from Darkside Scenics about mixing up the brown tile grout and earth. Well, actually, I'm using the earth blend mix from Woodland Scenics in there, 50/50. I kind of spread that on, and that's what I'm kind of doing as my base layer now, rather than just paint. I know that other people just sort of paint directly on and then do the static grass, but I think the actual effect of doing the little earth mix here is actually really good. So that's been tested in there as well. What else have I bunged in there? It literally is. I've just like bunged it all in. So then I've got a little bit of the fine foliage stuff, or what do they call it? It's Woodland Scenics stuff. I've got a bit of spring grass in from Wild Scenics, because that's actually, I'm using that on the river up top, because some fell in by accident when I did the grass, and actually I brushed it like in line with where the water will be flowing, so I think it would give a nice effect. So I've tried some of that in with this mix as well. You see down here I've got my now this is quite interesting. So this was basically the dust that came about through drilling a hole in the wall in the garden that I had to do, and all of the sort of black sooty dust I'm kind of reusing, repurposing for a lot of the sort of the ground textures. I'll probably be using that on the yard as well, but that's in there. That's these big clumps here. So, and then I've got my little attempt at a bramble. So kind of getting into the swing of things with these brambles. I'll take you over here to kind of the method that I've adopted. Again, I will find out where I got the ideas from and approach, because I've just been kind of picking up things left, right and centre for different videos. But essentially, this is the stuff. The fine turf green grass from Woodland Scenics goes in a pot. I then have been using, this is that sheet that I've been going on about from a certain food delivery service that shan't be named. I've probably only named it before, but I always forget, so now I can't be bothered. It basically comes out like this. I spray it with green or dye it with green. I'm trying to experiment with different things. It doesn't take a great deal of time. Probably sounds like it takes more time than it does just to buy it in a pack. But anyway, when it comes like this, I will spray this with a little spray of scenic cement from Woodland Scenics. Again, not sponsored, but hey, you're welcome. So yeah, so that just gets a spray against here, and then this gets bunged into here. This gets shaken around. The fine turf sticks to it. I take that, pop it in here, fishing out with my stick, and then I use the then that's all stuck with fine turf. So then I maybe spray some more on, a bit of hairspray, and then that's been going on to the layout in various places. Over in the corner over here. It's kind of what I've been doing here. So I think when I get out to, I think I'm going to a show in November. So I think when I get out there, I'm going to try and pick up a load more of these scatters and stuff, because I guess they'll be cheaper in person rather than having to pay for postage. So yeah, should have some more colours to use, because I'm aware of trying to make sure the colours aren't always uniform and the same, because that's not how nature is. So yeah, that's me at the moment. That's the mess that I've created. It looks terrible, but I'm sure it will dry okay. But then the idea would be to do my resin pour, which I've got some instructions here. The instructions are quite interesting. They talk about obviously using the flame approach that a lot of people do. Luke Towan, who everybody talks about in terms of modelling, says about breathing on it to force out bubbles. So the carbon dioxide apparently does something with the bubbles, but there's all different methods that people used. So yeah, I will see how that goes. Once this is all dried up, really dry, then I will do a mix. I'll pop in some of the Model Air raw umber, I think this is burnt umber, maybe 2 drops, and then see what I get in terms of how that then mixes in here, or how it works in my little mini diorama in a pot. But that's what I'm going to be up to, I think. All the best, and any advice, of course, ping a comment on the video. Cheers.